Okay, welcome back. So, yesterday we talked about the two bikes that are furthest apart in the Super 73 lineup. We talked about the PSGT-X versus the RX. They are the most aggressive versus the least aggressive. And today we're going to talk about the two bikes that are closest in spec, power, battery, range, with 5 things that separate them from each other. And we're going to take a look at the R versus the S2 requested by Samuel, and that's coming up. Which bike are you on the fence to get? The R or the S2? They are really close in spec. Let's go talk about it. What's up guys, this is Herve from HERVEs WORLD, showing you that IT means I try. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe. So on this channel we do unboxings, desktop support, life hacks, actual hacking. We talk about electric bikes, electric cars, electric bikes, electric skateboards, and we're going to battle it out today. We're doing the R versus the S2. They are really close in specifications, power, braking. Now, Super 73 are giving an immense value on these bikes to make them really close. So, are you an S kind of person or are you an R kind of person? Anything we discuss in this episode, you'll find right on the bottom right over here. So, let's go help you guys figure out which one to grab. Let's go start. Okay, so let's the comparison begin. So, let's talk about the battery. Now, these both have 960 watts for the battery. Okay, let's talk about the battery. Both of these bikes have a 960 watt hour charge. The motor, both of these bikes have 1200 watt nominal, 2000 watt peak. Let's talk about the range. The range on both of these bikes is 40 to 75 miles. The charge time on these bikes is 5 to 6 hours. Suggested ride height on the S2, it's 5'1" to 6'8". On the R, it's 5'3" to 6'8". Okay, let's talk about connectivity. Now, these both have Bluetooth smart display, Super 73 app compatible, optional GPS, anti-theft, and security modules. So if your battery is taken out, these will still function and you'll be able to trail your bike up until 10 days. Okay, let's talk about the ride modes. Both of these operate on a class 1, 2, 3 that adhere to global speed restrictions that are here, but you have an unlimited mode that will give you 28 plus miles per hour, and we also have over-the-air updates that are able to give these bikes a more customized feel depending on regions, which is going to be good. Okay, let's talk about the throttle. Both of these operate with a thumb throttle. Let's talk about the pedal assist. Now, each of these have Eco, Tour, Sport, and Super pedal assist modes. Okay, so let's talk about the brakes. So on the R, you're getting a 2-piston hydraulic, 203 in the rear, 180 millimeter in the front rotor. And on the S2, you're getting a 2-piston hydraulic with 180 millimeter in the front and back. So that's one of the main differences right there. So here's a funny aspect here. For the light kit, on the S2, you get a light. On the R, you don't get a light. It's optional. So I thought that was a funny case in point right there. So on the frame material, they're both made out of aluminum. Okay, let's talk about the front fork. So on the R, you have an inverted coil spring suspension fork. 120 millimeter travel, 35 millimeter stanchions. And on the S2, you have the old suspension fork with adjustable preload, compression, and rebound damping. 120 millimeter of travel, 32 millimeter of stanchions. So there is a difference there of 3 millimeter stanchions, and you're getting a newer inverted coil spring on the R. Okay, so let's talk about the rear shock. So on the R, you're getting the coilover monoshock adjustable preload and rebound damping, but you're not getting a rear shock on the S2. So S2, you get a light. On the R, you get a rear shock. So let's talk about the tires. So the tires are the brand new tire, the new hybrid tire that they have. It's called the Badger tire. This is a combination motorcycle and bike tire. It's 24.5 inch in the back and 20 by 5 in the front. These are all-terrain tires. You're going to be really, really good with these. It's going to be a nice quieter ride as well. So let's talk about the fenders. So on the S2, you get fenders, but on the R, you don't. They're optional, but they don't give them to you, but you can buy them. Okay, so let's talk about the colors. So on the S2, you're getting Apollo White, Hudson Blue, Galaxy Black. And on the R, you're getting the Olive Drab. It's actually a great color, but you're getting more choices on the S2. So let's talk about the gearing. So both bikes have a single speed optional 10-speed Shimano gearing ratio. So the passenger rear, let's talk about the passenger rear. So you have an optional 2-up seat and passenger foot peg on the R, and you're getting an optional passenger foot peg on the S2. So similar, but a little different methodologies of attack there. Okay, let's talk about the bike weight. On the R, you're getting 76 pounds, and on the S2, you're getting 73 pounds. I think the difference here is the rear shock. Let's talk about the rider weight limit. You're actually getting both 325 pounds on both bikes. Okay, so now let's go talk about the 6 different things that make these bikes very separate, very close to each other, and which way I'm leaning towards if I were to choose on these bikes. Let's go take a look. Okay, so as you can see, these bikes are really, really close in specifications. Super73 did a really great job bringing the S2 lineup like right there close to the R. So let's take a look at the 6 different things that make these bikes different. So the first thing is the suggested rider height. On the S2, you get 2 more inches. And what I mean is you can ride, a rider can be 5'1" to 6'8", as the R has around 5'3" to 6'8". So that's 1. 2 is the brakes. So on the S2, you have 2 piston hydraulic, 180 front and rear millimeter rotors. But on the R, you're getting 2 piston hydraulic with 203 in the back and 180 in the front. So better brakes on the R. So that's 2 right there. 3, light kit. You get a light on the S2, but it's optional on the R, which means if you got the R, you could get a light kit on there. That would fix that situation. There's a plethora of different lights. I would actually get the RX light and put it on there. Okay. 4 is the shocks. You're getting better front shocks on the R because it's an inverted coil spring with suspension fork. You have 120 millimeter travel and 35 millimeter stanchions as opposed to the 32 on the front fork of the S2. Now, also, let's talk about shocks. The 4th thing is the rear shock is a coilover mono shock, adjustable preload and rebound dampening that you have is just like the RX. So you're getting a better style bike, a better latest front featured bike, and the new style and framing. On the R, S2 is really great in specifications, looks great. They updated that as well. But if I were to choose, just on those things right there, I would choose the R. And here's why. The R and the S2, price-wise, the R is $24.95, the S2 is $21.95. So for $300 more, you're getting a better front fork, better rear fork, you're getting new body styling. Yeah, you have to buy a light and you don't get fenders, but you can get that later. So for me, I would definitely get the R for $300 less, or $300 more. You get more value on there. So let's keep going. Next, you get more colors on the S2, but the olive drab is killer on the R. And the last thing is the weight. 3 more pounds on the R, but that's because of the rear shock that you're not getting on there. So hope this helped. It covers the lineup really well, but what you see is that Super73 did an outstanding job getting the S2 lineup to be really great. Now, we're talking about their top classes, the R, and in specs, it's very little. Just slightly bigger brakes, you get a rear shock, better front shock. It's really good. So if you didn't want to spend that $300, you're still gonna get a great bike in S2. But for me, if I were to choose, I would definitely get the R, and then I would get the light after, and I would get the fenders. But it's not about me, it's about you guys. I laid out all the facts, and we looked where they're the same and where they're different. So let me know in the discussion downstairs, in the comments, where are you leaning? Would you get the R, or would you get the S2? Well, that's gonna do for this episode. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys wanna see another comparison of these bikes, Super73 has given us such a great lineup that we can battle it out in the details and the tech specs, because this is a really exciting lineup. The S2 is great. The R is great. The RX, man, you guys took it there. But what I noticed going through these right here is that the S2 is a great bike. Great bang for buck. The only thing you're really not getting is the new frame style, but everything else is basically the same. A little bit better brakes, a little bit rear shock on the other bike, but if you're getting an S2, congrats, because it's really great bang for buck. That's gonna do it for this episode. I will keep this series going as long as you guys ask me. And I had a request to compare Super73 versus other bikes as well. So I'll do that, but just to let you guys know, I rock with Super73. In my condo right now, I've got 2 Super73 bikes and I have a third on the way. And subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you know when these come out. I probably can do another 6, 7 of these if you guys want, but I want you guys to know the minute it comes out. So hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button. I will catch you guys in the next one. Remember, IT means I try. Peace.